Well, what's up there, YouTubers? A very warm welcome back to my channel, and this is me, Super J. So whatever you're doing right now, make yourself comfortable and enjoy this short time with me. So what am I talking about in this recording? Oh, yes, yes, I know. In this recording, we are going to talk about my drugs, as it's officially called, or medication. Here is, obviously just in a moment, before I actually show you, I'll be sharing with you the medication that I take every single day of my life. Now, I like to share a quick analogy with you all. And basically, here is my box of medication, and I like to represent this as a car. And now, obviously, you cannot just drive a car without anything in it or on it, if that makes sense. But obviously, with the right ingredients inside and with the right things inside your car, it will function properly. And here is my medication, like so. And here is the medication I take on a daily basis. Again, like the car, if there's nothing in the car, then it won't work as properly. So here is the medication I take every day, like I said, to help me to make my body function properly the same way as a car. So without further ado, let's find out what's in the box. Okay, so there are, perhaps if I just count, so as like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 medications that I take at various times during the day. So if I perhaps start off with the most easiest one for me to talk about is my Creon capsules. Now, obviously, with those people who have CF already, like myself, then obviously no explanation is needed. But obviously with those people who do not have CF or other similar chronic conditions, then obviously an explanation is needed. Now, again, if I just show you Creon capsules 10,000. Now, obviously the way I can describe these Creon capsules is like obviously a clear capsule like you perhaps buy at a supermarket or pharmacy, and inside the capsule is what I tend to nickname it is like little bits of birdseed. Now, I mean, obviously it's not actually birdseed itself, but it's like miniature tiny grain, which I think the word is, that perhaps looks like birdseed. Birdseed. And basically what this medication does, we have to have this medication every time we eat, or but basically every time we have something that there is fat in it. Now, obviously, the only time that we don't need this Creon is when we obviously drink water, because obviously there is no water in fat. And this Creon comes in 2 sets of strengths, first of all, and obviously you've got the 10,000, which we've had for quite a number of years now. And then as things develop, we've also got given, out of choice, it depends how many Creon that you take with food, etc. The 25,000, I mean, obviously this is exactly the same as the 10,000, but obviously a little bit bigger and more the birdseed inside, basically. So with these 2 medications here, what they basically do is that they absorb the fat, and obviously if we don't eat, or what was going to say eat, we don't eat them. Obviously we take them with a drink of some kind. We obviously I say that this absorbs the fat inside to help us to digest that fat, should I say. And obviously, if we perhaps forget to take our Creon on a daily basis, for whatever reason, then it will basically, all the food will be obviously, well, it basically comes, well, I'm just trying to find out what words it. So obviously it will basically, well, we won't have a bad, well, we will have a bad experience in a toilet otherwise. So perhaps I should need to say no more about that. But obviously I do apologise because I sometimes need to find the right words. So I hope that makes sense. But with any of my recordings, if I don't make sense, or if you would like to ask any questions, you're more than welcome to do so below. Okay, so yeah, I mean, obviously I take Creon every morning with a milkshake type drink, which I'll explain shortly. And the other medications I take in the morning are, which I perhaps take in a order, or whatever. It's just, first of all, I take this omeprazole 20 milligrams capsule. Now, again, I should know, well, I should know what this medication does, but if I try and get into it somehow. There we go. But obviously, like with all medications, you have a information leaflet, and from now on I'm going to be reading bits of the information leaflet that comes with the medication. Perhaps I should have done some research on this before. But yeah, anyway, I'd just like to go through this script. As it's a bit like a tell receipt, isn't it, really? Okay, so where shall we go? Yeah, so obviously if I perhaps go with the number one, what is omeprazole and what it is used for? So obviously omeprazole is a gastro medication, and omeprazole contains the active substance omeprazole. It belongs to a group of medicines called proton pump inhibitors. They work by reducing the amount of acid that your stomach produces. And then obviously it goes on to say what omeprazole is used to treat the following conditions, which obviously I shan't read the whole script because otherwise we'll be here a bit longer than necessary. So that is that. I don't need to talk about that. I mean, obviously, like with all medication, or some at least, there can be, you can experience some kind of side effects, but quite luckily I've not been able to have any side effects from any of my medication, so I suppose I've been quite lucky in that sense, really. So yeah, I don't further need to explain more on that. So that is that. Okay. So the next medication that I take, because I tend to stack them in order, so it makes it easier for me to know what I've had, basically. So the next medication that I take in the morning is this 40md 800 capsules, and they are equivalent to 20 micrograms vitamin D3. And in this pack, it contains 30 capsules. Again, so if I just try to open it, and mostly whenever I open a new medication, I always tend to accidentally, if I call it accidentally, tend to open it with the instructions side. I mainly prefer it to open it the other side, where the instructions are not wrapped around the medication. I know. And so what does this medication evolve. So if I put that to 1, so obviously, like I said, at the so yeah, obviously in this medication you've got like a pack of 15. So 15 times 2 is obviously 30. If you didn't know your maths. Okay, and so so what vitamin D is, or what it is taken for. So vitamin D are capsules. They contain the active ingredient vitamin D. And obviously we all know what vitamin D is, so I feel there's no need to elaborate on that one. So that is that. Right, next. Oh, the joys of medication. Seriously. Okay. And the next medication I take every morning is azithromycin 250 milligrams film coated tablets. Now, I obviously a little bit about this medication is that this is like an antibiotic, basically to clear up chest infections. So personally myself, I take that every morning, but I think from time to time my doctors and nurses say that I don't really need to take this every day. But obviously if I take on alternative days, then I'll get confused, basically. So I know that for sure. The other medication that I take on a daily basis is Paravet CF capsules, which is especially made for people with cystic fibrosis and myself. Now, obviously, this contains inside 60 soft gel capsules, like so. And perhaps if I read what it says on the back. No, okay, so this medication contains all the vitamins of A, E, K1 and D3 in soft gel capsules. Now, I know previously, some time back, where we had different medications like vitamin A and vitamin E, etc., etc. But basically, this medication has all the same thing in one medication. So again, I feel that there's no need to talk more about these vitamin tablets, although I'm probably going to anyway. So bear with me 1 moment. Okay. And so Paravet CF is a food for special medical purposes for the dietary management of patients with cystic fibrosis. Paravet CF contains high amounts of fat-soluble vitamins than regular food supplements. So that is that. And as we come nearer to the end of these medication series, now we get on to my important medication. Make sure I put that there. And I do have to say, this medication which I'm now about to reveal has been an absolute godsend, not just for me, of course, but for many other people with cystic fibrosis. Now, unfortunately and sadly, not everybody with cystic fibrosis can have this medication, because you have to have the right gene size to begin with. Not the genes that you wear, but the genes inside your body. And you have to have the delta, I think it is, or whatever DF stands for. You have to have the DF508. And if you don't have the DF508, then unfortunately, the medication, which I'm about to reveal, won't work properly if you don't have that specific gene inside in you. So basically what I take every morning is a medication called Kaftrio, like so. That one, Kaftrio, like so. But previously, before they decided to grant me this Kaftrio medication, they gave me like a trial in the way of giving me a month's supply. Now, if I just show you what it looks like. So obviously I've kept this since way back. When did I have this one? Yeah, so I perhaps started this 2020. So it's so I've been having it for many months and many more years to come for the rest of my life. So it's been an absolute godsend. It really has. But yeah, I mean, when I first started having this, again, this is called Trikafta. So obviously Trio and Kaf. Trio, Trikafta is obviously 3 because we need to take 3 medications during the day. So obviously the first, if I open it, so this, get my words right, this was the first that I've had for about a month. Obviously it's got the days on it, so you never miss a thing. So I happen to take 2 of those in the morning, and you have to make sure that you have to have some sort of fat with that. Like my particular favourite every morning is a glass of either milk or a or like a milkshake to put aside to like so. So I take oh excuse me. So I take that every morning. And with the specific one again, to make up the trio, if you like, of this medication, this is one that we take later in the evening, or perhaps for some people about 6 hours more later on. And this is the other one, like so, but obviously I've happened to sadly forgot that one. So, but I do occasionally happen to miss them from time to time, which is quite bad. I know, but I suppose all of us can miss medication when it should be important for us. But yeah, I mean, obviously with these medications, they unfortunately don't cure us completely, but it just takes away the symptoms of coughing every single day, which can be quite embarrassing, or especially if you're out and you happen to accidentally cough up some crap, should I say, when you're out, when you're especially sitting next to somebody, it can look quite disgusting. So obviously we do need to keep up with daily treatments, which I'm so looking forward to be sharing with you fairly soon. But yeah, I mean, obviously, this takes away the symptoms of having CF. So it's been a real godsend for us. So that is that. And before I get onto the next bit, so obviously from whenever I started being moved onto Kaftrio, so it's a similar thing with the Trikafta, but obviously we get 2 boxes. One is called Kaf Trio, like so, and obviously we get like a month's supply of this, like with the same as I did with the Trikafta. Now I nearly forgot for a second. And obviously, when we do open the box, we get about 4 inside. So obviously, if I just show you what I also take in the morning, is that again like so. I suppose yeah. So this is like a similar packaging of the Trikafta. You got like the days of the week, so you never miss a thing. And also with the same with Kalydeco, which I take obviously every evening. like so. So pretty much in the same way as the Kaftrio. Sorry. Again, it's a similar medication, but obviously in a different packaging. Again, with the days of the week, like so. Yeah, that is that. So in this final part of recording, if you're still hanging around, so God bless you if you are. I'd now like to talk to you, have a brief conversation about my drinks. So thank you for listening to me so far. Okay, so in this final part of recording, which is hopefully should be a lot shorter this time, is my drinks. But I obviously having a quick preview of my last video. I feel I need to explain a little bit more about specific medications and the other medications that I perhaps forgot to talk about. Now, again, I'd like to talk about this Creon medication, and obviously with the 10,000 capsules, I know personally myself, with every food, I've been having perhaps about 2 with most of the foods I have, although it says to be taken with meals, and 1 or 2 to be taken with snacks. So obviously the more food that you have, the more Creon that you need with this 10,000. Like so quite luckily, as this 25,000 one has come along. Again, this basically reduces the amount of capsules that we need. So instead of having 2 with everything, you have a lot less than normal. So there has been times where I perhaps needed to take about 10 of these small Creons for the amount of food that I just seem to eat every night. And obviously with this bigger Creon, this reduces the amount of capsules. So that's what I should have said in my previous recording. The other medication that I forgot to talk about is this 100 sodium chloride. These are like round tablets, but not as flat as the standard paracetamol. And basically what this medication does is that obviously we take this when the summer comes. Now obviously there is no medication, I think, out there that does not make us sweat, but this helps us to control us to not feel so well, I'm not going to say not feel so sweaty, like I said, because there's no medication out there to help us to not sweat, but it reduces the amount of salt, which this medication controls the salt when we lose the sweat. So when we start sweating, if we feel perhaps salty, and this helps control the sweat in the salt, or the salt in the sweat. Anyway, so I hope that all makes sense. Now, just apart from all that, I obviously do have the paracetamol, which everyone has, of course, but what I tend to have, if I have the stomach, if I've not had the correct Creon, or a general stomach pain or what have you, then I have the absorbent medication. Now I know it's not everybody's favourite this, but it depends what you're used to, really. So that's a general thing that I have, obviously not every time, but as and when needed. Right, so I've managed to done all that. Now the final 2 bits I wanted to talk about is the cow shake. Now I have cow shake every morning, but I only have like once a day. Now I either occasionally or mostly have this cow shakes once in the morning, or perhaps the odd time here and there I have it in the afternoon or evening with my Kaftrio. And obviously my most favourite cow shake drink is chocolate. Now the way I can describe this cow shake drink is a bit like a McDonald's, although it's not as great as McDonald's because it's not so fatty. But I suppose you can put ice cream with it to make it look like a McDonald's. And then obviously in this box of Calshey, you get a box of 7, but I guess chocolate is not everybody's favourite. They do come in other flavours. You've got like banana, strawberry and chocolate. I think there's perhaps vanilla, I'm not entirely sure about that, but obviously milkshake comes in different flavours. Well, I was going to say a variety of sizes, but I am aware that my sister has, along with my brother, they both have something different from Calshake, which obviously you know when something comes into mind, but you can't actually place the name of it. It's one of those situations. Hopefully it'll come to me before the end of this recording. But anyway, so I take that either mostly in the morning or in the evening. And the final part of this medication, drinks, should I say, is this Ensure 2-Cal. Now, I don't drink this every day, as I perhaps should. And I just have this from time to time. I perhaps only have once or 2 if I feel the need. Again, this works in the same way as Calshake. It helps us to give us the extra fat when we need the extra fat. I think. Although I think I should know really. Yeah, I go. This comes in various flavours, right? Vanilla, strawberry, banana. Although I've not had chocolate for quite a number of years, but chocolate is the best for me. Yes. Yes. So that is that. So I hope I've been clear. Like I said, you're more than welcome to make any comments below. Unfortunately, we have come to the end of this first series. But obviously, don't worry, I'm not going away. There will be another series soon where we start to talk about chest physiotherapy. Oh, yes, I know it's not a favourite word of mine to be saying, but it is a word that appears in the dictionary, or physiotherapy appears in a dictionary at least. So I'm looking forward to be sharing with you my experiences of what I do, and my great friend does for me on a monthly basis. So I'm looking forward to introducing him. Not reducing him, sorry. I know that he'll be watching this. Introducing him, get my words right, in a video that's coming soon. So check that out, because I'm really looking forward to be showing you that. Sorry, that's really made me laugh. So I'm so sorry. But what I've decided to be doing is, obviously this channel is called CF and me, so it doesn't necessarily have to talk all about CF, of course, but to mix it up a little bit, I decided to add my own silly magic. So I will be doing that very soon. In fact, this next recording I shall be sharing that with you. So every after 3 videos, I'm going to be doing some sort of magic to entertain you, since we are living in this world of coronavirus. So perhaps something to cheer you up on those bad rainy days and the world around us right now. Yeah, so that is the end of that. I'm now going to have this drink of water, because it's been a long recording, and to drink this water because to get my words right. I still can't get my words right, but anyway, thank you ever so much for watching one of my recordings today. Like I said, my next recording will be my magic, then, well, the next recording you should be finding out, because, well, we'll just find it anyway. But thank you so much for watching, and until the next recording, I wish to say good night now, and God bless. Thank you very much.